YouTube should hire me, honestly, to fix their live streaming experience. Did I leave a wow tip? Well, my grandma tipped. She took me out for lunch. She left, that's, hey, let's talk about tips for a second here. Okay, okay. The default tip, can you guess the minimum amount? Just guess. So, you're on the debit machine, right? You hit debit credit, tells you your total, and you hit next, and it says, would you like to add a tip? There's 4 default tips. What do you think the first one started? What do you think the max one started? Just take a while. 25%. You're close. 20%. 20% was the base. And then it was like 20, 25. The maximum was 33% or something like that. I don't know how why they chose 33. So she hit the old custom button and put in 10%. So that's that. So is that a wow tip? That's half of what they expect. That's pretty crazy. Everyone wants tips these days, though. There's a bakery downtown, and you can just, there's no restaurant, right? You just go there and you just pick up stuff. And they want tips now. Gas stations want tips. That's a lowercase wow, yeah. Let's get a video up. But yeah, tips are insane. Even the full service gas station attendants, they ask for tips now. Crazy. No, goes that. YouTube Studio. Upload video. What should we do today? Yeah, we all need a vacation from Classic WoW. This is a good video. I'll give you a sneak peek at this one when it's done uploading. I think that's a good title too. Man, I've learned some really, really deep YouTube strategy stuff lately. I really want to blow up this channel. I'm not giving up on Twitch. Twitch is still fun, but I have some really interesting ideas for YouTube. It's crazy, some of the deep level strategy that I've seen people do. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to tackle that. There's so many different ways. You can't blame governments. You can't blame businesses. You can't blame, you can blame wars. I mean, it's not that you can't. You can kind of everything's at fault for the situation that we're in. It sure seems like everyone is playing this game of how much can we charge for stuff. Doesn't matter if it's like coffee or a lunch special or a car or a house. Everyone is it's this game of how expensive, how much money could we potentially charge for this? There are places, breakfast sandwich, right? I don't know, what does a McDonald's McMuffin go for? A Tim Hortons McMuffin? They're like between probably $3 and $4, right? There's this breakfast place. The only thing they do is serve breakfast, and their breakfast sandwiches are $9.50. They're like more than 3. I think they're about 3 times the cost of going to other places. It's insane, dude. And it's like they just play this game of like, well, if you don't want it, you don't have to eat it. But then some of the times these businesses go out of business, or sometimes people what's this here? Yeah, $9.50 for a breakfast sandwich. No, thank you. Like, what do you think a living wage is, right? Okay, so look at it this way. The CMHC, the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Council of Canada, they call it your gross debt services. Yeah, fast food places used to be cheap. I think like I grew up insanely poor. I it was like, you know, we used to go to Pancake Breakfast to get a free breakfast, not because we want to go and buy a trailer at a dealership, you know. It's like, so like we never ate fast food. It was always expensive, but I do know I know what you mean. Like we never had fast food because it was still expensive, but it was always it always seemed cheap, right? You know, like I remember the dollar menus at McDonald's, how it was like you could get a cheeseburger and a small fry and a whatever, a small pop, but everything was a buck. I think, don't they have like their dollar menu is now a $2, like a $2.49 menu. I remember getting like 99-cent coffees, you know, with my dad. Man, like when I was a kid, you can't get a coffee for 99 cents now. So yeah, it definitely used to be cheaper. But the CMHC, I'll finish what I was saying. They put a cap on how much money you're allowed to spend on a mortgage, on housing, let's just call it. And it's about a third of your income after taxes. So like if you made $3,000 a month, the CMHC says you can only spend $1,000 a month on housing if you're getting a mortgage, right? If you're getting a mortgage. So that would technically mean a living wage would somehow have to meet, like, how would I draw this out here? Like, that's how I spell paint. There we go. Like, how can we visualize this? It's like, so it's easy math. If you say 3K a month, and let's just say this is 3,000. Whoop. And you can spend this much on housing, you know, whether it's a condo, apartment, house. Yeah, Costco, they're very true to that. I like it. So you can spend 33% of your income on housing, which would mean that a living wage, man, I should hook my tablet up. A living wage would somehow have to cover this, right? Housing. But then you have to think of you could easily spend this much on food. Depending on how many people are in your house, right? You know, it's easy to spend $300-400 a month per person on food. Easy to spend that much. That's not even eating out. And then everything else, you know, this 3K should have been up top. But then everything else here, this is all of your, you know, your expenses, your leisure, your savings, your retirement. So a living wage at the very least has to cover like these boxes. But right now, a living wage barely even covers housing. So yes, like a minimum wage. By minimum wage, I mean, I think in Canada or in Alberta, it's $15. I think it's a little bit less if you're like a waitress or bartender because of tips. But right now, a living wage does not even cover housing, let alone food or any expenses. So when you say pay people a living wage, like I ain't no economist, you know, I dabble, you know, in a couple stocks here and there. Cheers, by the way. But would you not need a living wage to be, so if like this is from CMHC, right? CMHC puts these figures together. So would you not, a living wage would need to be at least food and housing? So that would put like a minimum wage at around like $25 an hour. Like, and that would be like the new minimum, right? Like the getting by range. Oh. I mean, you could probably, so even if you were buying hot dogs every day from Costco, you could still spend a bunch of money. Rent is crazy. So yeah, like, but it's like, this is never going to happen. We are never going to see a $25 an hour minimum wage, ever. And then I don't know enough about universal basic income to comment too much. But I do know that my city, there's a couple like, are they called gentrified neighborhoods? No, that's when somebody comes in. There's a couple like, you know, like the original neighborhoods of my city. And right now the city council wants to, because they're all big lots, right? City council wants to make zoning very accessible for building multifamily housing units. So we just, you know, it was a beautiful day outside. We went for a walk after my haircut this morning. So they want to literally take like one of the original areas of our town, bulldoze historical houses and build apartment buildings there just because of housing. They don't want to do it anywhere else. So this is like a big political thing in our city right now. Apparently there's like people are trying to sue the city council. It's pretty crazy. The quality of work. Well, that's a, I know what you're trying to say, but then that gets into like a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot of, but well, a lot of people do half-ass work. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. When I was in the trades, I had very firsthand experience that with my apprentices. And that's why, like, I'm trying to communicate. It's like when you work in the trades, what you're saying is actually true. Like, I'm sure there's always outliers, right? You get paid off the quality of your work, but that's not the case like in other industries. I mean, if you could be a journeyman red seal carpenter, but if you only have the skill to be a framer, framers kind of peak at around that $20-$25 an hour. You know what I mean? Same thing. You could be a journeyman red seal automotive mechanic, but if all you can do is like oil changes and tires and brakes, you're kind of in the same thing because you might not have the skill level to do more complex things. So like that already exists in the trade. I am a huge advocate for the trades. My wife works in the trades. Like I used to work in the trades, and you can't bring that over to being like a waiter or working at Home Depot or like working for a landscaping company or working behind a service desk, because it's like you're working an operational role versus a task-driven role, meaning like it's like a difference of like, it's kind of like if you were working at Home Depot, you're kind of like a worker ant in some ways. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But you're part of a massive engine, and that engine is called Home Depot. So the reason why these corporations get so big is because of the people. Some people do half-ass work, but some people do above and beyond work. So like eventually those things kind of meet. So like Home Depot doesn't really care, so to speak, that some of the work is half-assed because overall it's pretty good, but that doesn't work in the trade. So I know what you're saying, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how. Like when I managed a dealership, it was very easy to pay people based off of their performance. And honestly, some people don't, like there's mechanics that don't want the responsibility of ripping apart transmissions and replacing very critical components because of the liability and stress. And how my video's been doing, I think we're at 130,000 views. The subscribers are slowly coming in. That's what I was actually working on yesterday. I've got a couple video projects for a few clients that are coming in. I'm still trying to think of, was starting a gaming YouTube channel the right move, or should have all of these gaming clips gone on the main channel? I'm not too sure. Not too sure. You know, so that's when you start getting into target audience and who are you, your one true fan, who are you making content for? We all need a vacation. We all need a vacation from Classic WoW. Because if we would have put all of my World of Warcraft and Tarkov and Path of Exile videos on the main YouTube channel, most of the people that go there watch my tech reviews and some of my video tutorials and my photography stuff. And that's definitely all that I post on Instagram. And it's like, can you saturate that audience with gaming content? And the question is, I don't know if you can. That's why I made a new channel. But I'm not out of ruling out that as a possibility. I could take, like, I think I have closer to 70 videos, and I could just put them on a different YouTube channel and see how that takes off. World of Warcraft, Classic WoW, WoW Classic. That's what I think. We also might try streaming on X next week too. There is, I've showed this before, and now if anyone has any, I mean, it's not going to be hard to figure out, but I currently only have Kick, YouTube, and Twitch built into this multi-chat. Now I know there's a way to add X. I just got to figure out how. We got to cross-pollinate. We got to go. We're in distribution phase, right? Only. Got to copy these. Next. There, I'll give you a preview of this video. Does this work in the Burning Crusade? We'll use that one. Because the truth is, you do not need to have a massive following to make money from YouTube and Twitch. So then it becomes a game of business. You gotta think like a businessman. You gotta think like a businessman. 1.3 thousand of me. That's actually really high. Average view percent, 78 to 85. Wow. See, check this out. Ooh, that's actually, I wonder what happened here. 1,200, 3,000, 2,400, 6,400. Yeah, we do a short almost every single day. I should. I've been kind of lazy in that regard. I should just pre-schedule them all out. Let me pause the music. Is it here? Oh, it is too. Ready for this? Uno momento. Let's just go full screen. There we go. Okay. True. Mm-hmm. It could. Yes. It's true, though. We need a new home in real life and in game. We have got some comments to address, too. Those are always juicy. It's good practice to always wait like 5-10 minutes before uploading a video. Sometimes YouTube needs to like think about the upload. It's kind of like they say, it's like not, if you want to increase your success of a video getting served to lots of people, you know, let it just kind of simmer for a little bit. Not too long, but just a little bit. Let's go to community here. Am I getting roasted? No, of course it doesn't work in Arena. Oh, it doesn't? Okay. Good to know. Good to know, mate. Then you sound so friendlier. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we have 40,000 honor to farm. 40,000. Then we're done for the week. And we have one more week of this. Why is my microphone loose? Oh, old dog cam. Yeah, I think my second webcam broke. I don't know what happened to it. It was working. It's like it... well, he's sleeping downstairs anyway. It's an old Logitech C922. It's old. Very, very, very old. You want to see some of the donuts? that we got from the WoW restaurant. Let's zoom out here. Look at this. Look at this. Ooh. Check that out. So, granted, when you look at this, you go, wow, those are good donuts. And they're called WoW donuts. Which one would you have? Strawberry? Blueberry? I think this was some sort of like chocolate crisp. These are 2 double chocolates. And I want to say this one may have been of like a vanilla bean. I got my eyes on the strawberry one and one of the chocolates, of course. Ooh, that's so super loud. Some people ask like why I work out so much and why I eat food like that. And it's like, I'm in pretty good shape, but I work out so much so I can eat food like that and stay in good shape. You know? I can feel way better about crushing a 6-pack of, well, let's be real. I'll eat 4. Rachel will probably have 1.5, and then I'll eat her leftovers. But I could feel way better about crushing a box of donuts when you know, go for a 5-mile run in the morning. I'm telling you, man, I picked up a spin bike on Facebook Marketplace for $100. I mean, I have a rowing machine and a rack of weights and all that sort of stuff. Truly one of the best $100 I've ever spent. It's nothing special. I think it's just from Amazon. They're around like 200 or 300 new. No, actually, no, I think they're like 330 brand new. It has an odometer, right? The person who bought it, they had, I quite literally think they had like 2 miles on it. And then it just sat there. It's funny, it was like a husband sold it. And it was like, sorry, the husband's bike, but the wife was selling it on Marketplace. So I go pick it up and I'm asking him like, so, you know, like how old is it? Blah, blah, blah. They got it around Christmas time. And, you know, like, why are you selling it? Just asking the basic questions, you know, because I, you know, just curious, right? That's used sales for you. And like the wife goes, haha, he stopped using it. Just totally throws her husband under the bus. Yeah, he stopped using it. And he kind of just like looked at me and rolled his eyes and he's like, you want it or not? And I'm like, here you go. Yeah, it's awesome though. I like it a lot. It uses magnets to control the tension, I guess you could say, or the resistance. That's the word I'm looking for. Magnets to control the resistance. And the reason why that's cool is because it's completely silent. So I can get up at 5:15 in the morning if I can't sleep or whatever, and I can. Is it following me? No, it's not. So I can get up at 5:15 in the morning and crush out 20 miles on the bike, and all you hear is just like a because like there's obviously bearings around, but it's there's no bicycle sounds, there's no like big wind turbine from an assault bike or something like that. It is so awesome. I have a rowing machine too, a water rower. That's I actually have a video about that on my main YouTube channel, and great purchase as well, but it's a lot of work. It's like you spend 10-15 minutes on the rower, and the next thing you want to do is like take for a 45-minute nap. But the spin bike is great because you can sit there. It's got a little cradle for your phone. It's next to like a elevated kind of end table. So I'll sit there with a coffee and, you know, read some stock news or stupid stuff the companies are doing, or see what the latest Asmongold highlights are on my phone, and I can just sit there, you know, on the bike, you know, scrolling while I'm drinking my morning coffee, and just set the coffee down. It's awesome. Can't do that on the rower because you got the two hands to retract it back. Yeah, man. I'm such a loser. Hey, the body you have in your 30s is the body you'll have for the rest of your life. It's true for the majority of people. Nah, I mean, there's always like there's exceptions, sure, right? Nah, there's always little things. You know, when you have some, you know, some family with health, not going into too many details, but when you got family with some health problems, it kind of makes you think a little bit more about how you treat your body. You know, if you expect good things to come out of it, you got to put good things into it, right? Easier said than done, of course, but like, have you seen the guy Gray for Days playing World of Warcraft with like motion tracking? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or when we get up north, I'll show you. Is my browser muted? No. Grays for Days, motion tracking. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Check this guy out. He's got a bunch of videos on like how he built it and everything. Is it, wait, does it need to be louder? Ooh, it's gonna... where does he actually do it? There we go. He starts walking around. Okay, what's he doing, man? Do some stuff. See, you can see him loot. Yeah, he does like this to walk forward. There's different combinations depending on what abilities he's using. He has to actually, I think he did get a treadmill or some sorts. But he has to walk to move. To look at his map, he has to like mimic taking something out of a pocket and can go like this. It's crazy, dude. He does this live on Twitch. You ever seen this before, man? And he played hardcore WoW doing this. See, he's like casting by going like this. I think that shit like that's really, really cool. Unless there's a physical impairment, you know, preventing someone from a physical activity, an incredibly easy and like low impact exercise is just to start swinging kettlebells, honestly. You can sometimes buy used ones for like $10, $15. Brand new ones, you know, 40 to 50 bucks. And with, I mean, you actually don't even need two kettlebells. That's the thing with kettlebells is that if you use them one-handed, it's all the asymmetrical movements. Activate your core for stability and like different back muscles and gets your hips engaged. Especially for people like me that sit down a lot. Let's just be real, gamers are on their ass a lot. You gotta have a good chair as well. But just a basic kettlebell swing gets your shoulders, your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, a little bit of bicep, a little bit of forearm. Just sitting, literally just sitting there swinging. Dude, I'm tempted to get one of these. FE desk L shape. This is a Canadian company. I think they're in BC. They mean, and I actually have a 20% off promo code I could potentially use. So we go to desks. So I have a big L-shaped desk. You can kind of see that like a little bit triple leg. This would be sweet. So like my office is 80 square feet. Like I can almost touch wall to wall. I mean, I'm about 6 inches there, you know, about a foot here. My arms, so yeah, it might. I have like literally like a 70 square foot office. So if I got an L-shaped desk like this, it would take up like the footprint of where this all is now. I don't know, and like Rachel, she likes to hang out there in the evenings, and we watch YouTube and stuff. I don't know if an L-shaped standing desk would affect this whole area. I mean, it's still $1,000 too, but I mean, investment in your health if you work from a computer. I mean, this is what I do full time, right? I love sitting down. My Secret Lab chair is so sweet. Like, oh, that's awesome. You can tilt it back, have a nap, bring the microphone back, just chill here with you guys. I love the Secret Lab chair. But yeah, this is what you do for a living. I mean, it's no different than if you worked in the trades or something like that, right? It's very common for people to have, $20,000-$30,000 in tools. In the grand scheme of things, what's a standing desk to your lifestyle? Yep, something like this, or like just the dual. How much is the dual? $645. I don't need a desktop because I actually built my own desktop, or like tabletop. Is that the right word? I jointed. What's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2x6s. Like jointed them like that, and everything's glued and screwed and wood filled and belt sanded, and I don't have a, there's nowhere even in my city where you could run like a massive, like, what is this, like probably 35 inches deep or something like that, 32 inches deep. There's no drum sander or planer that I know of that could do that, but she's pretty flat. It could be a bit flatter, but it's not bad at all. I built this desk myself, actually. We'll do an office reveal when we hit some follower milestones. But yeah. Oh, how can I help you? Where is that? That's that. We've got a couple more scenes like this we're working on too. I won't do any spoilers now, but they're gonna be cool. They're gonna be cool. I'm gonna get them animated too. I'll figure that out. What do we have left today? 42,000. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. We'll be live I'll stream for a few more hours. Then we're gonna have a fire outside. It's like, I do actually think it is the very first nice day outside this year, man. We have, I'll show you. I bought one of these last year. It's called a chimenea. It's very similar to this. You ever seen one of these before? These like gray pots. I think ours is like red, but these, yeah. Clay pots on a stand. Pretty cool. We're gonna try it out. Well, we're gonna use it again for this year. I want to do something else other than run Alterac Valley. Hey, but hey, this time next week, my friend, we will be done ranking forever. We will never need to set foot in the snowy mountains of the Alterac Valley. And we will live... Well, then we'll have a few more days till, you know, the honor reset next Tuesday. But basically, if you look at... Yeah, that shows, right? So by the 6th, so yeah, probably by Friday or Saturday next week, we'll have our next Be Honor. And then on the 6th, when it resets, we'll be rank 14. We will be High Warlord Aram. We will be the disgusting undead rogue that will live in Stormwind and backstab, ambush, Renataki T, ambush, Banstack, Vanish, blind, cheap shot, cold blood, eviscerate everybody we see. Everybody. Do 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 do. No pinned messages. Is YouTube still live? Let's check this. Oh, let's go live. Let's publish the video too. Don't get kicked. Content, shorts, unlisted. We all needed vacation from Classic WoW. Public. There we go. There we go. Here, I will post this to all. Ever heard of Pantheon? Isn't that one of those? I have heard of it. Those like JRPG games or something like that. It's like one of those pay-to-win monstrosities, or am I confusing that with something else? There. There's the latest video. Hey, you should like the video, Mr. Timo, and you should leave a comment. Leave your thoughts. Let me know your honest opinion. Get the conversation started. What a fucker. Don't be shy. Let's go, go, go. You say, yeah, man, we really need a break from Classic WoW. Or you can be like some of the trolls and say it's supposed to feel like an old school MMORPG. Is Pantheon... Let's check it out on Twitch. Why is it playing a sound now? What is the Pantheon section on Twitch like? Let's look at this. Okay, we're running a straight line. Browse. Pantheon. There's 3 people streaming it right now. 3. Deeply social, high fantasy. Well, I do like that. Yeah, I'm not doubting that it's fun. But come on, man. There's 3 people streaming. And like, you know, and 23 people watching. I think that'd be pretty hard. So that's the thing I'm trying to figure out, right? There's a balance because there's a lot of streamers in the WoW section. And there's a lot of, but there's also a lot of viewers in the WoW section. So that's like the proportion viewers to streamers. This is a pretty bad ratio. It would be, I think it'd be hard unless you had an existing following like QUIN69 or Old Soda Poppin' to move in here and try playing the game. That's what I think. So yeah, it could be really fun, but if you want to grow as a creator on Twitch, you have to, I don't think I'm wrong in saying you'd have to bring an audience there, but it could be fun. So that's the balance of finding a game that has a lot of viewers to streamer ratio. Not the, you know, there's always exceptions and outliers for sure, right? But do you play it? Is it good? Or have you played it? I don't even know when it came out. I've just heard of it before. Big crits. Oh yeah, no, never heard of it. Yep. Or sorry, yeah, heard of it, never played it. Heard of it, never played it. You know something I had a dream about a few nights ago? Was Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 1. Okay, we're gonna queue really quick. And we're gonna top up our drink. And by drink, I mean water. More water. Actually, we might be breaking into a nice bottle of gin tonight. Nice bottle of gin. I like the clear alcohols. I like my golden beers and my clear alcohols. Ooh, I do not like that song. Huh, Everclear. Huh, how appropriate. This song's by Everclear. Yeah, Guild Wars 1. Had a dream about that game a couple nights ago. Was it Thursday night, maybe? There was a cheese spec in that game. Because there was a way, there were buffs in the game that would give you insane powerful abilities. The drops of Jupiter doesn't sound familiar. There was buffs in the game, like enchants for your gear, that would give you the stats, but you would lose health. So there was a way to get your health down to 55. This was called the 55 monk spec. Maybe I'll look it up on YouTube. This was before, I don't even think YouTube was like hype back in Guild Wars 1. So you could get all of this, you could enchant every single piece of your gear and drop of Jupiter. That train right there. We're going to play this next. So you enchant every piece of your gear with the best enchants in the game, and you reduce your health down to 55. However, one of these enchants makes you recover. It's like 200 health every second or something like that. And you stack enough of these 200 health every second, it's like every quarter of a second you're getting like another 200 health. So you're basically an invincible 55 monk, because your heal over time would tick, and you could like stack 4 of them at the same time. Yeah, 20th anniversary. Hey, this is the 20th anniversary server of World of Warcraft, man. I feel old. So yeah, I was dreaming that I was this 55 monk with 55 health, and I was just walking around the zones, just killing everything in my sight. Most of my dreams, you know, I think this is said to say about a lot of people, they're incredibly vivid at the time, but the details fade so fast. I guess that's why probably people keep dream diaries. I don't think I'm into that. That's probably the reason why, you know, when you wake up and you're like, holy fuck, what did I just dream about? And you just like dump down all the notes. But it's like by the time you're out of the shower and making breakfast, you're like, what did I dream about? Honestly, I think that's how some of like, I don't like, you know, all of Stephen King and, you know, Quentin Tarantino and I'm drawing a blank who's a couple other big like writers and producers, but like all of their ideas aren't bad or I like, but it's like these are the type of people that they have really fucked, they'll go on, they'll do some drugs or they'll go out partying, they got really fucked up dreams and they write them down and they turn these ideas into books and movies, like for real. I don't want to lead the pack. I'm a leather wearer. Wasn't the movie with Tom Cruise, Minority Report? I think that's what it, or no, is it Minority? It's first MMO I ever played, I think was, it could have been, well, when did Guild Wars 1 come out? It was either WoW or Guild Wars 1. Yeah, there's a movie with Tom Cruise, and it's like there's like some government agency that can like somehow they have the technology to predict crimes before they happen or something like that. That was somebody's dream, I'm pretty sure. Was it? I know Tom Cruise was in it. When I listen to music like this, it reminds me of all of the early 2000s like romantic comedy movies like American Pie and Wedding Crashers. I mean, Step Brothers was a little bit later, Talladega Nights, you know, all those things. Okay, so I wonder why, what I was doing in my life that I stopped playing WoW for Guild Wars. But yeah, then my first MMO was definitely WoW. Before that, I basically played so much Warcraft 3 and Warcraft 3 Frozen Thrones. That's probably one of the reasons why I liked WoW so much, is because you could walk, there was like the hero classes in Warcraft 3, and it was like, and essentially you playing WoW was like you were a hero class in the real world. I played so much Empire Earth 2. I think that was the game. It was like the gold edition. That's when there was like 24 different ages. All the way from, you know, like caveman to like super space. I actually started playing that game competitively. Endless Online. You know, I've heard of EVE Online. I've never heard of Endless Online. Oh, speaking of EVE, because I'm pretty sure EVE came out before WoW, didn't it? Like, When? Oh, I gotta kill this boss. We're really gonna wipe. Oh yeah, never mind. When did EVE Online come out? 2003. I remember going. So this was before WoW, like a year before. I remember going to Costco with my parents, and there was a guy. You're backpedaling. You're a PvEer for sure. And I remember walking down the electronics aisles, and there was a guy and like two coworkers at Costco, just like they were nerding out like crazy over EVE Online. And I was just like, I remember just standing in the aisle, like looking at them and like, man, this game sounds amazing. And they were telling me like, don't play. The game's it's gonna consume your life. Don't play EVE Online. And then like little did they know, a year later, I would start playing World of Warcraft in 2004. Get shitted on, nerd. Yeah, that was back when I remember going to Walmart and you buy the 60-day game cards for, was it like 25? Maybe it was $30? I don't quite remember. But yeah, you know, mom hated that I played WoW, so she didn't let me use the credit card, so I had to go, you know, buy those manual game cards. I should have saved them all too. Like I had stacks and because I even had 2 accounts back then, so I was buying like 2 cards a month. I'm pretty sure I just threw them all away, but it used to get like the plastic card, right? And it had like probably the lead filled files on the back that you take a loony to and scratch off, and you get the sparkly number. Yeah, sometimes they'd go on sale. I remember I knew this girl that I was, you know, yeah, she was kind of cute. She worked at EB Games. She used to get me those cards. I used to stockpile them when they were on sale. But she probably only liked me for my WoW skills. Wasn't there 6-month cards too? And it was like, it worked out to be a little bit cheaper. Like you would save like $1 a month or something. I seem to remember that. I just always remember I used to just buy more than what I needed, because like sometimes like we'd have LAN parties, right? Well, back then it was basically just bring your computer over to somebody's house and, you know, plug it into their internet. And I used to keep cards because like it would happen where we'd be playing. We'd have like 6 or 8 people in the house, and someone would run out of game time, and I was the kid with the extra game cards. Like, oh, I'll hook you up, man. I'll hook you up. I got you. Did you really just try to Blizzard? You tried to face tank Blizzard me? No 6-month cards, eh? Okay. Oh, I have 2 Shadow Word Pains. Like, I'll probably... Oh, is this from one guide? Can you stack Shadow Word Pains? Like different ranks? But yeah, I was the cool guy that had you know, a small stack of unused WoW cards in his wallet. It's strategic backpedaling, strategic backpedaling. I'm actually not even capping. One of the rogues... You see rogues backpedal all the time. Because we have to attack from the front, eh? We have to attack from the front. So what's the point of running away, right? No. Oh well. Where's my bigger potions? I need some gold. Need some gold. Where's my streamer benefits? It worked for a little while. I'm not sure if you saw that video, Mr. Timo, but I made a video about one of my viewers sending me the Kroll Blade, and I made a video about it, and I told people that my inbox is open. You can send me items or gold to Aram on Nightslayer PvP Horde side. And it worked, man. It worked. So do I need to make another video to get some content creator benefits? Maybe. I really wonder, because Blizzard has really cracked down on gold buyers. You see it all over. Sounds greasy. Nah, lots of people get streamer benefits. Case, but it's like a lot of big Blizzard has really cracked down on gold buyers. You see it on Reddit all the time. People posting like, "Oh, my account was banned," and you know, I Blizzard should ban the sellers, not the buyers. Blah blah blah. Like, never bought gold in my life. The closest thing I've ever come to buying gold was when I had like back. This would have been in the Burning Crusade, so like 2006, 2007. I had friends quit the game, and I remember. I don't even think that like I gave them much money. I think I gave them like $20. They're like, "Hey man, I'm quitting the game. You want my gold?" And I remember like I specifically remember taking one of my friends out to Eastside Mario's, and I think I gave him $20 and he gave me his gold. That's the closest thing to gold buying I've ever done. But if Blizzard actually is cracking down on gold buying, and not the Eastside Mario's giving your buddy $20 gold, could you in theory not just like go on what is it? Is it G2A or something, or not? Is something like G2A or one of the I can't remember the websites. It's like G2 something. I thought it was G2A. Could you like what's stopping like 50 people, right? Like you could go to a big streamer and 50 angry viewers could go and buy him $5 in gold and have that gold mailed to his character. Would that not in theory flag a ban? Like a flag suspicious activity? We're gonna die. We're gonna wipe again. I'm just curious. Like, I wonder, is that how people? Because there are legitimate people that say like, that are like me. That you know, that's like, I don't need to buy gold. Like, I farm what I need to. I don't like. I'm not a parser. This group's gonna wipe. How often does that happen? Do people like get falsely banned because people? Like, what if you even did something super suspicious, right? What if you got a gold buyer? Like, what if you really hated somebody and wanted to get them banned? And you bought them like 2,000 gold, right? I mean, sure, it would cost you... I don't know how much gold is worth. It's not $1 a piece. It's probably around... Usually, if it's anything like... what's the error server? White main? It's around... like, isn't it around like 11 cents, like 10 to 15 cents US per gold? So would that be like less than $20 or something if my math is completely wrong? You know, so if you really didn't like a guy and you wanted to try to get him banned, I'd be curious to even ask a Blizzard employee that, like, what would happen, you know? It's very strange. Because everyone's names are public, right? There's lots of famous, like, WoW people, like, you know, if you were somebody who hated Peo or Shobek or Savix or Zaryu or anyone, Soda Poppin', you know? I can't be the only one that's thought of this. I actually asked ChatGPT this question. I did it live on stream. I think this was before you started tuning in. And it just gave the most generic answer ever. And it was like, well, then you should appeal your ban request to Blizzard and something about like showing them like logs and account information from, you know, known gold sellers and for refuting communication. It's like that's if you are actually able to talk to a Blizzard human. Yeah, what would stop someone? Like, is there a real life equivalent to that? I guess the real life equivalent to that would be, it's actually happened in like a movie, right? Where it's like, this was a Christmas movie, a Christmas themed movie. It was called Flight something. Anyway, there's like a security guy on a plane who scans all the luggage as it's going on a plane, right? And he had to like get his coworker in trouble, so he went to the flight cabin, the guest cabin in the flight, and he grabbed some like booze bottles and he dumped the booze in the guy's coffee cup when he went to the bathroom. And then all he did was like told someone else. He's like, hey, that cup smells like booze. And then the guy got in trouble, right? It's like, so like there's malicious intent in that sabotage, but like that's no different than in World of Warcraft. Like you could falsely send someone gold to make it look like they're a buyer. Yeah, I just don't know. Like what would happen? What would happen? I don't know why I'm obsessed over this now. Right? Like even this guy right here. Send this guy 200 gold and just say, oh, that's what you could even do. Because GDKPs are against WoW TOS are on Nightslayer. Blizzard hates GDKPs. I'm not sure if you know what those are, but they're banned on Nightslayer. People have been banned for running GDKPs even in Discord servers. So you would just send someone to 200 gold, make it like a random number, like 244 gold, and just say, hey, what's this guy's name? Hey, Tommy, I guess whatever. Hey, Bundy's. Good job healing the GDKP. Here's your cut. You send him 244 gold. Right? Like, could you not just get the guy banned? Because you could stalk this guy, you know, see if he raids. All you have to do is add him to your friends and it shows you where they are, you know, and then a day or a couple hours after running an MC or a Blackwing layer. Oh, would you piss off Twitch with your view botting service? Yeah, you would hope, but I don't actually know if it's the case. You know what I mean? You would hope there would be some investigation. Come on, Timo, you gotta say Diggler, Q. I didn't Q. I've been sitting here jumping around like a loser. No. What are we at now? Okay, 36,000. I don't know why, but this last stretch seems like it's taken a while. We do need a vacation from WoW. We do. We need a new home, a vacation home. Look at all these warlords. Play some League. I actually really like League. I like the play style. There's some of the most fun I've had like recently playing League is just like getting a couple buddies together and like gotta be people you know. It's like I'm a pretty good support class. Like I'm also like a decent jungler, pretty good top too. I'd say like support and top are definitely my main. But yeah, getting some friends together, like people you know that you vibe with, kind of like tag teaming a lane, like if you're a jungler and you're teaming up with the top, or if you're a support and you're ADC, that's so much fun. It's just the players in the league. I swear it gives WoW a run for its money. That the level of the IQ levels of players you see in League of Legends, that's for sure. I even made like a video once of like I asked like like, you know, and like everything is up for interpretation when you're writing over text message. But I said to the jungle, I said, before the match even started, I asked him, are you starting blue or are you starting red? And he asked why. And I said, because I want to time my lane for a good gank. And and like the jungler told me to like fuck off and mind my own business. It was a Renekton jungler, and I'm playing, I think I was playing Teemo or Garen top. I do like Teemo. He's a fun class. Not very like late game scalability, but really good early game cheesing. You're just asking like, hey, I want to time a gank around your rotation. Like I'm working around you, and he's just like, you play your own lane. Like I'll do my own thing. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like that was one of the first interactions like I had with people when I had with someone that when I returned to the game. You know, beyond like, you know, just like pinging somebody. It was like, because I did take quite a few year break from League, specifically for the toxic player base. Yeah, the absolute degenerate man children that play that game is just insane. It's like, could you imagine playing real life sports like soccer or let's check this out. Says here. "11 years ago, before AI." Hell yeah. And that is why you isolate your Twitch VODs, your audio sources from your Twitch VODs. 100%. I remember that level 30 arc. Yeah, you're right, back then. Sheesh, times changed. Yeah, good lyrics. Obviously, like before AI, when you could just get an AI song made. This is like, it says 11 years ago. I didn't play League. Did I play it 11? No, I think I did play it like around 11 years ago. I can't remember the first season. See if I can look at when my account was created. I got perma-banned. Yeah, start doing some MAC address bans. Like I low-key think that the games like League, they're, you know, is like League is made by Riot. Is Riot owned by like another company? But these games, like there's other games similar to League, but they have similar, not like mechanics, but like similar like mental triggers as like slots machines and gambling, right? And there's some like tinfoil hat theories. Even Double Lift has talked about this stuff, that like unless you're playing in a competitive elo, like Champion and Diamond and Grandmaster or whatever it all is, I can't remember. There's a lot of people that actually think that Riot throws, or we're just getting rinsed every time. There's no healers. A lot of people think that Riot intentionally puts people in winners and losers queues, because that's what they do at slot machines, right? They'll let you get a couple wins to be like, ah, this feels good, you know, we're getting better, we're making waves. Meaning they really stack your personal MMR. Like they'll put you against a total noob, and so you're like, your odds of dominating the lane are really, really high. And they'll do that for like 3 or 4 games, and you'll be on a win streak, and you're like, fuck yeah, and the dopamine is high, and the adrenaline is cooking, and you feel like you're on cloud, like League 9. But then Riot will be like, okay, too much winning, too much success. Let's now stack your MMR against someone who's really, really skilled, and we're going to make you lose 10 games in a row. Ah, but then before, or maybe it's 7 games in a row. Or maybe you're going to lose the next 2 out of your next whatever, right? They try to stack this stuff against you. And his net backfired. Hilarious. And they know that, okay, well, most people, if they're on a losing streak, you know, after kind of 5 or 6 games, you know, they end up quitting. So after 5 or 6 games, we're going to have to really stack the odds again so that they win, to kind of keep them coming back. This isn't like, I learned this theory from other people, right? I didn't think of this myself. Like there's a lot of, I bet you there's hundreds of thousands of people that have all heard of this theory before. Whether they all believe it or not, don't like fully know. Yeah, they orchestrate their MMR system similar to casinos, and how they, because no one, I don't think, will ever tell you that like a slot machine, you know, is going to like act in your favor. And that's kind of how low MMR matchmaking is. Yeah, I feel like they fixed that. I was like, when I was playing League, like a couple months ago, I tried to stream League, but that's a hard category to grow in. You got to have some viewers that follow you in there to bump up, because there's probably 1,000 streamers in there that are streaming to like less than 5 viewers. So it's like the odds of getting seen, you have to go in there with 20 or 30. But anyway, with the losing like 6 LP, or sorry, losing like 10 LP and then like gaining, or sorry, losing 30 to 40 and gaining 10, like I feel like that was gone. Like I was expecting that to happen. Losing didn't seem to be as bad as it was. But it was the players that turned me off, and also me realizing that like I'm never gonna grow a stream community like memeing around in League. Yeah, you win 4 times, then just lose 1 and back to square one. Yeah, very demoralizing. I know what you mean, and I don't think that that's the case anymore. Because I was watching this like a hawk, and I had heard somebody else. It wasn't Double Lift. It was another League, like former retired League player. I still think that's the case when you're much higher. Like when you're in like Champion Elo and stuff like that, you have to, like, losing games is very, like, it sets you back. But that's like, you know, you're in that top 3% of the sweaty nerds in the League category. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that they must have changed the way their MMR and LP win and loss works. I think so. But when Riot releases their MMO, that's going to cook. Like, if it's anything like League of Legends, where ooh, we got a bogey, left or right? Let's do right. He's closer there. Ah, haha. See you later. Oh, got another one. Oh, shit. He knows I'm here. Yes, I burned my prep. I'm not getting involved in this. I'm letting them do their thing. Yeah, they're if they make it like League of Legends, where there's no pay to win, like sure you can buy skins and stuff like that. I'm totally for. I'm even fine with people buying like level boost buffs. Like I think New World had that where you could buy like a weekend XP or like a trade skill buff or some stuff like that. Ooh. Close. I'm fine with even stuff like that. But I really don't want like Throne and Liberty, Lost Ark, though like the traditional JRPG, at least make weekends double XP. Yeah, that's way more common. Like New World did that and I liked it a lot. Like they'd have events. They'd even do things like yeah, they do like a double like harvesting experience weekend where you get more XP to level up your skinning and your, was it called herbalism or something like that? But then there's also like certain areas in the game where then those resources are plentiful, right? So they want to bring a lot of people there. So yes, there's incentive to get double XP, but it's also like a mini PvP event. Honestly, New World was an awesome game. I talk about this lots, but like the Amazon Game Studios just fried it. Too many bugs. Oh. Well, that wasn't that bad. Too many bugs, not enough content. The game's been out for like 4 years and people have been running around in the exact same like battleground. Ridiculous. They just released a new one. Like, you know, I play Alterac Valley for 3 weeks and I'm ready to pull up my hair. You know, I could not imagine playing this if this was like the old. At least you can play Arathi, but we're going to do Arathi Basin when we're rank 14. We're going to do Warslum Gulch for sure. Man, we're going to do some 1v3 plays with Berserking. That's going to be awesome. But could you imagine if all people had to play was Alterac Valley for the past 4 years? Like, are you kidding me? Saskatoon pie? Hell yeah, I've had Saskatoon pie. I think my favorite pie has to be... It's a blend. It's going to either be like... A smart mage would have blinked as he was falling. But, you know, not a smart mage. Low-key, I think the best pie out there is a blend. I like the rhubarb base, right? You need that tartness, the tang, with strawberries or raspberries. Like rhubarb strawberry, rhubarb raspberry, rhubarb apple. But like that hybrid of the two flavors coming together is like so good. I bet you even like rhubarb Saskatoon pie, because you know Saskatoons don't have a, you know, like an incredible full body taste. Like they're pretty neutral, right? Because they grow in a colder climate. They're not as impactful as they could be. Like still yummy for sure. But like Saskatoon rhubarb, oh man, I eat that whole thing myself. Now the big question is though, are you a pie and whipped cream? Or are you a pie and ice cream kind of guy? For me, I'm a big fan of the whipped cream. I like the whipped cream. I don't like to feel rushed to eat my dessert, you know? So when the ice cream starts to melt, Oh, you're pie. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I'm a whipped cream enjoyer. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, a good French vanilla. I'll tell you something. Oh, excuse me. Have you seen? You've seen Ninja Creamy? What the hell is this? What I want to resume browsing. Ninja Creamy. Yeah, I can't show it on Amazon. Have you seen these? We bought one from Costco. We've been wrong window. We've been using it like 2 or 3 days a week. It's amazing. This is the one we have right here. So basically, it's not a blender. It makes it very clear. You cannot put ice or frozen fruit or chunks of ice or anything in here. It is not a blender. What it is, it's a blade and it's like a serrated blade and a slicing blade that spins around really, really, really fast from this, and it slices through an entire block of frozen whatever you have in here. And here we go. It's like this. Open. So not a blender, right? This has to be a frozen chunk of something. So we basically just make protein smoothies and turn it into ice cream. So French vanilla, peanut butter banana, double chocolate, and it comes out. There's a bunch of different settings on it depending on the kind of texture. We like the light ice cream because it makes a really nice and smooth ice cream. And yeah, it's awesome. Obviously not an ad. I'm way too small of a creator to be sponsored by Ninja. But yeah, you get these 3 little containers just like this. So you make them up, you put them in the freezer, and then when they're frozen solid, you stick them in. You can let them sit on the counter for 10-15 minutes if you really want. Put it in the blender, and under 5 minutes, usually like 2 to 3, depending on the setting, you got yourself, good 2 bowls of ice cream. I think it makes a pint, like one of those classic, very expensive, Ben and Jerry's pints. And it's good for you because like if you're making a protein smoothie and you're freezing it and turning it into ice cream, well, it's just a protein smoothie at the end of the day. And if you're you can even just take like plain fruit. Like we took some strawberries and bananas. You kind of mushed them up at the bottom, throw some almond milk in there, put some yogurt, a little bit of maple syrup, give it a stir, freeze it. There we go. There we go. My wife is asking me if I want an afternoon coffee. Do we do it? Do we send an afternoon coffee? I think the answer is yes. Ooh, banger. I love this one. What we're doing after, we're going to be live for probably, we have to take off in maybe like probably less than an hour. Yeah, we're going to have a small cup of coffee. We're going to be live for between 30 and 60 more minutes. Then we're going to have a fire. We're going to go outside. It's like, what it is seriously like, what are we? We're the end of April. What's the date? The 26th? Like, no word of a lie. This is like the first nice day we've had, where you don't need to go outside and long pants and 2 layers and a toque and wear gloves. It's like 22 degrees. Yeah, nice. I saw it outside there. Well, yeah, you got to enjoy the nice weather. So yeah, we're gonna be live for a little bit longer. We're gonna go have a fire in the backyard, breaking the gazebo, and have some gin and sodas. By the way, not just carbonated water. You know, got to keep the sugar low. Sugar is how people pack on the pounds. Sugar. If there is a hill that I will die on, is that sugar will put people in an early grave. Not like all sugars, of course, but you know, people that it's crazy. The people that they'll have like 6 drinks in a night, and they'll drink like 4 or 5 cans of Coke, and they're having like 200 or 300 grams of sugar. That just like destroys your guts. And talk about inflammation and ugh, can't do it. Too sweet. Yeah, it's the sugar that'll kill you. Well, I mean, everything will kill you, but they'll kill you more? I don't know. Probably not. No, we're going to have, we have 2 more bowls of our hamburger beef stew. Oh, very nice. Thank you. That was so fast. That's what it's all about. I don't even know if we have stuff to make s'mores in the house. We have chocolate. We have some dark mint chocolate. But nah, I don't think we have marshmallows. I don't think we have graham crackers either. These are those like oatmeal bites that I've ate before. It's essentially just like some oatmeal. And there's some chocolate chips in here. You know, they're called heavenly hunks. And they like compress it into a ball and they dehydrate it a bit. They're not very sweet. They're so good. Hell yeah, she legit used to be a barista when I met her. All the, you know, the tamping and the of the milk frothers. I could fake it till I make it, but she actually knows what she's doing. Man, that was fast too. Hell yeah, hell yeah. This song is from Gone in 60 Seconds. Or maybe not. No, never mind. Nope, don't like this Green Day song. Nope. Mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah, Timo song, you sent this. Let's check this out. True. Mm-hmm. Join them. Fuck them. And dude, this was before AI took over. This is human creativity at its finest right here. So I need to get... So basically what you're telling me, Timo, is that I need to configure... I need to create a streamer bot that every time Timo_Tarantino joins the chat, it plays the chorus of this song. Is this what you're telling me? Is that what we have to do?
Captain Timo on duty.
Yeah, I can't, unfortunately, I can't change the volume of the sound effects. It all gets routed through my desktop audio. And that's like the default audio. That's just like that's a fatal flaw with Soundboard. You know, that like, this thing. Or is it sound, no, voice mod? Voice Pro? What is this thing called? Is it, because I have 6 different audio channels. And I have all my different mixers I can change, but I can't change the output source of this. So it always follows my desktop audio, which is what I hear in my earphones. So do I need to make a 7th audio track? Ooh, this shit's getting complicated. I do have a Stream Deck. Yep, I have 2 of them. I do, sir. I do. The issue is that if I go to here and I go to system, whoops, 1 second. Either way, I'm gonna fiddle around with it a little bit more. I don't know why it defaults through the, because then my sound effects, no, I couldn't use seven audio tracks because Twitch only allows 6. How can I do this? Because it's like here, okay, right? I'm only allowed 6 audio tracks. And because everything is separated, I'll figure it out one day. People do it. I couldn't have a 7th track just for sound effects. You know what I mean? So it's default routed through my desktop audio. And my desktop audio is what I hear in my headphones. So I either have to crank up my headphone volume, or, yeah, I would do this. Yeah, interesting, interesting. Gotta think, gotta think. But also, most people don't have, like, I made a whole video about this. I was actually talking to someone this morning about this. Most people don't even need 6, and I also separate my browser audio from my music, which most people don't do. And I also separate my Discord, so I could potentially combine a couple of these, but then which ones to combine? Who knows? But yes, I have the 2 brand new Stream Decks that marked Generation 2s. I have the Stream Deck Plus. And I have the Stream Deck what is it just called, like the mini or whatever? It's the one with the 16. It's I wouldn't even say it's mini because there's yeah, 15 buttons. I wouldn't say 15 buttons is mini. I don't even use all the buttons. I just really like the having to be able to control all my different audio sources with just turning the knobs. That's really handy versus going into like Windows Audio Mixer. I mean, I do use the buttons for the sound effects and to change the scenes and stuff like that, so I do use them. If I was doing like voice changer and stuff, I essentially use one of my stream decks to control all of the audio, and then I use another stream deck to control kind of like OBS and like auxiliary stream effects, basically. So one is just for audio, one's for everything else. I don't use all the buttons on each one. Nope. No sirree, Bob. Yeah, I'm actually working on a video right now on the main YouTube channel on how I got Twitch affiliate in 30 days. In less than 30 days. I think it took 23 days before I got that email. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to try a bit more of a longer format. This one might be even closer to 20 minutes. And it was someone who has watched Twitch for a number of years, and someone who's been involved in the creator economy for, you know, closer to a decade. I mean, I am biased because, of course, I'm saying this about myself, but I truly don't think that like 90+%, you could even probably say 98% of the people that press the go live button don't even think about. Because that's the truth. Most people download OBS, enter their stream key, hit go live, and they expect it just to grow. And you know, there are some incredibly simple strategies to leverage YouTube. Like Twitch is still hard to grow on. It's like, it's almost easier to grow on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. Twitch is like the auxiliary. I just think streaming is awesome. Streaming is a lot of fun. There's no question about that. I watched a mini like video essay about that actually, and how because there's so much content to watch. It was on how like streaming services are completely out of control, and there's so much content to watch, and there's like Netflix and Hulu and Crave and Disney Plus and Paramount Plus and HBO and Showtime Max and DAZN and Sportsnet. Like there's, I don't know, there's got to be 50 or more different streaming services. And that because there's so much content to watch, it's like, you know, when there's like a full force of something, people kind of like recoil and can kind of like get more reserved. And that's what's basically happening, is that people do not want to adopt new streaming services. So because Twitch has been around for 14 years, like people just like to watch a streamer. You know, these people just are going back to YouTube because they're overwhelmed with content choices. Do you think gazebos are worth it? Well, what are you looking to get out of having a gazebo? Because I mean, they're worth it to the people depending on what you want to do with them, right? 1300 honor. Do I have a picture of my gazebo? Like my backyard is tiny as shit, but literally kind of the only thing we have back there is like a tiny deck with a barbecue, and then like a couple feet away is the gazebo. Yeah. Here's behind my house. Okay, open this a new tab. That's it. Like you kind of walk out my house. There's like different levels. You like go up these two steps, and that's it. This is. I think this. That's not actually that. Oh, who joined me? Oh. Join battle. This little patio stone pad is like 12 feet. It looks way bigger than it is. It's just the camera. I mean, these are just small camping chairs. So this is like a 10 by 10 gazebo, right? Not like I said, like not big. That's all we got. So when you say worth it, I mean, yeah, it's worth it for us because this is all we have is a backyard. Like this is it. So if this is the only place that you can't even grow grass here because we don't get any sun. There's tall trees everywhere. I mean, it's nice. I'm not I'm not complaining. I'm glad we have a good place to stay. So if this is all if you were like me, and this is all you had as a backyard, yeah, gazebos are worth it. For sure. Yep. For her garden. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of these enclosed gazebos with the curtains. This was from Costco. I want to say it was like 1,200 that we bought this quite a few years ago. They're more expensive now. I actually think they're $1,800 now, if I'm not mistaken. I think we got it for 1,200 on sale because, like, Costco does their like end of season, a couple $100 off here and there. And then the curtains we ended up ordering from the company, but we actually got them off Amazon. This is actually made in Canada, in Eastern Canada, in Montreal. The company is called Sojag. Yes. They are a Canadian company. And clearly you can buy them at Rona and maybe Home Depot. I'm not too sure. Yep, Home Depot there. Yeah, Sojag gazebos. $5,000, yeah. I mean, this company probably makes like something like this, probably costs $5,000. Yeah, these. My mom and stepdad have something similar to this, and I do think, yeah, you're right. It is around that. They paid like $4,000 to $5,000 for something similar. With like hard walls, and it's all aluminum, or maybe it's a little bit tin. I'm not too sure. It's not steel. Like it's not incredibly heavy. And yeah, you can get the mesh for the gazebos because I mean, like, I'm not too sure what the weather's like near Winnipeg, but it's like we have like June, July, August of nice weather, and then all the other months are kind of cold. So when those months are hot, you don't want to be sitting outside with mosquitoes and wasps. And there's an apple tree actually. Can you see it from here? Yeah, you actually can right here. It's like sandwiched in between the house and this big evergreen. It's like probably 8 feet tall. There's like a little apple tree here. We like the apples. We make apple crisp and. Actually, we do. Actually, if you walk down the back alley, there's some people with Saskatoon and raspberry bushes too. But we do get lots of bees and wasps. So the curtains, I would say, if you're putting a gazebo in for you or your mom, curtains are best in slot. Take it from me. This gazebo would not be. It would be a 5 out of 10 without the curtains. It brings it, it brings it to an 8 out of 10 with the mesh, and a 10 out of 10 with the canvas. Because I tell you, because it has this tiered roof here, right? And so you can put a fire in the inside. Can't be a very big fire. That's why it's got the high walls. I told you we had one of those chimeneas too, those like clay fire pots. But when you put the canvas curtains around the fire, it's like they're thick. It's canvas. It's like, you know what canvas is, I guess. And you can sit out there and, in September and October, and this will be a nice little pocket warp sort of area, and all the smoke just rises and comes out the top. So yeah, gazebos are worth it depending on where you're putting them, but they are 100% worth it if you get curtains, for sure. I would never, ever, ever get another. I'll be right back. Sure. Oh yeah. Pool party at Timo's house. My God, this guy. Oh, what is this? Ladies and gentlemen, it is the time of the stream where I have to tell you all. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry for that interruption. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the time of the stream for me to tell you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to spend your Saturday afternoon watching this silly Canadian play World of Warcraft for 20 years. If you're new here, please hit the follow button. I deeply appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and like this live stream. Public service announcement over. No, seriously, guys, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And yes, YouTube enjoyers, it means a lot that you're here, but if you want to hear the music, you're going to have to tune in on either Twitch or Kick, because YouTube will roast me if I play any music. Even sometimes video game music they will roast you for. YouTube hates music. They do. They really do. Might as well just keep this guy at bay. I mean, what's he gonna do? How pissed is this guy right here? Does he know that he's gonna get cheap shotted? What? As a certified Horde player, I can say that Alliance are pussies. That's right. That's right. You are a puss man. Hey, I play Alliance too. There's only 12 up north. Oh, it's gonna dismount me too. Whoops. Little eat. Are you kidding me? Shift V is T. Shift C is prep. How many T's have I wasted doing that, you know? Probably a lot. And Alliance really have perfected the turtle. Like, do they realize that they get no more honor the longer that they're in here? It's like they get between 2,000 and 3,000 every game. It doesn't matter if the game is 6 minutes or the game is 26 minutes. Like, are they all stupid? I think, like, the answer is yes. Kidding. But seriously, like, did they, like, why don't they realize this? Now, I know that people will say, oh, they're just playing the game and they're just having fun or whatever, but I actually wonder, did they even know that this is a thing? Like, I actually, like, it's one thing if you understand the logic but choose to ignore it. It's a totally different thing if you just don't understand the logic to begin with. Yeah, why would you even stop, man? You're fighting a... You're a level 51, they're joining a 5v1. Yeah, no thanks. Yikes. It's a wipe, but go ahead, genius. Yeah, pull it now. Ugh, 26,000 though. We're so close, boys and gals. Why do I have all these empty slots, hey? Why? Where's that window? Where's my streaming window? There we go. What just charged him? Oh, never mind. The owl. The owl beast, okay? Two can play at that game. We're gonna sit here and distract you off the clip because you guys are turtling. You leave me no choice. Here's the first victim. Hiya! Whoa. Awareness. I guess the name checks out. I guess we got some there. We can go. This guy's gonna get melted by the archers. Buddy, you're not gonna make it. I'm sorry to say this, but you're not. You ain't going to make it. Is he gonna make it? He made it. Okay, I was wrong. Yikes, this is a disaster. Oy vey, oy vey. Okay, we've got 26,000. We're talking, guys, we're talking like 10 to 12 games. That's it, 10 to 12 games. Should we help kill the stable master? Sure. Oh, dude, I saw this YouTube short and I want to try it, but what they did is the guy drank a bunch of noggin fogger so he was small, and the rogue stealthed up in Arathi Basin, and he stood. You can't do it here. It's like he stood on something on the flag, and he was hiding behind the flag right here. And he capped it, and I think there was 3 alliance around it. I either dreamed this or I saw a YouTube short about it, but either way, we're going to try it out. Any kiters, it doesn't matter. We don't have enough people here. Like less than half the team is north. Like half the team is basically just stuck here in the turtle. Yep. You took my fun. Hey, he's here. You just heard me bitch about how, like, I don't know why you get, doesn't matter how long you're in here, you get the same amount of honor, but the Alliance are just obsessed with turtling for some reason. They've been doing this the past 2 or 3 days, and I'm really worried that the last 418, hey, 420, the last 420,000 honor that we have to grind next week is just going to be turtles. I don't know what's going on with the Alliance. It's like they like to just camp graveyards and keep choke points. Like they get no more honor. They're just griefing the games that makes it take longer. And now I know people say that they're just playing. But yeah, like 15 minutes for 2,000 honor is really terrible. Like they are actively fucking themselves. And I don't necessarily know if they are aware of what they're doing. Oh, we got another. Ooh, is this a wipe? We're gonna go all in. Okay. Yeah, Marshall's died. Or sorry, the kiters died. The Marshals are to clean everyone up. Yikes. Yep, we're dead. We're peacing out. Drek at 33k or 33 HP? Yeah. Do. I think we have one more in us before we're gonna call it. These AVs are going by slow, my friend. They're not speedy. So I've told you what my plans are tonight. So yes, after this, we're gonna do one more Alterac Valley. Then I'm gonna wrap up the stream. I know, not PPC. Then we're gonna have a fire, and we're gonna have some beef stew for dinner. and I have to keep working on videos. Timo, I want more people in the stream. Now I've kind of learned a lesson, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree, but we are not gonna grow by people scrolling in the bottom of the streamer section. I truly think, and this is what even some of the mentors have told me, if we want to grow a stream community, I'm super happy that you're here, and we need to make more videos. Looking for a gazebo for your mother? Yeah, you should show her that Sojag website, because I mean a lot of times they have cheap, they not cheap, but they have inexpensive, but they're expensive, right? So they even have free shipping, and would be worth a shot. But we got to make more videos, right? We got to have people from YouTube, people from Instagram, people from TikTok. They have to, like, the views are there, you know, the proof of concept's there. So that's what I will be doing for the rest of the evening, plus the fire. She wanted a fully enclosed one with a door. I mean, I think that would be awesome. I really would. So that's kind of like, oh, I think I closed the window. Or did I? No, the Timo song. Yeah, I think I did close the window. Yeah, this is the kind of fire pit that we have now. No, don't need that one. Ninja Creamy. No. But yeah, and like a closed one, like I'll tell you what, like we're getting 10 steps ahead of ourselves here, my man. But when we get the new property, whether it's an acreage or, you know, just a bigger, like something that actually has a bit of a backyard, I would love to have a 3-season, you know, sunroom gazebo area, you know, similar to probably what your mom wants, you know. That's the goal. That is the dream. But I mean, you know, we're a little bit, we're trying to like count how many eggs we have, and we haven't even bought the chickens yet, if you know what I mean. So. But yeah. It sounds like what she wants is what I would love too. But yeah. Well, I told you, man. Go to that Sojag. You know, they're a Canadian company, and you're further east even than I am. They have online catalogs, 10 by 10, 12 by 16, 10 by 12. They do all custom sizes. Yeah, like this is probably probably something similar, right? This looks like it probably has some like double bifolding doors that kind of, you know, open and close. You know what I mean? So she probably wants something very similar to this. Ah, and you could still put privacy curtains. I'm willing to bet, because it's just like a little cable track in some of the inside cross member. How come I can't? I wish I could click on this. Let's see here. 12 by 16. What sizes do they have? What do we do here? What is this? 10 by 12. Well, I don't know how this works. Screened house, rust-proof aluminum. Yeah, I don't know. Their website kind of sucks. Like I said, we bought ours from Costco. Yeah, this is what we have. Except I don't know why we don't have the like 2-tiered roof. Or I mean, it could be 10 by 12. I don't think it is though. Ah, maybe it is 10 by 12. Maybe it is this one here. I thought it was square. Could be wrong. But yeah, this would be it right here. I don't know why you can't like click on this and view more like product details. Like, doesn't this company like making money? Ah, we're gonna get kicked. So yeah, if I were you, I mean, it's probably in the evening. I'm not too sure what time it is. It's 5:45, like it's 5:43 right now. This Sojag place is probably closed, but if they sell them at Home Depot, I'm not sure where your closest like big box retailer is, but if Rona and Home Depot are retailers, like guarantee you give them part numbers, right? They'll just order it for you. Not to say you gotta go that route. Shutter logic, what's this? Doesn't look very sturdy. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, it's tough to really know, I suppose, without going and looking at it. I mean, whoops, why isn't it going bigger? There we go. If it's constructed like mine, it's very sturdy. Because like you can have, like, we get a lot of snow here. I know you guys do around, well, depending on your area. And we've had like 2+ feet of snow. Like probably, you know, could be 1,000 pounds or more, and very, very sturdy. Never even had, you know, a remote issue close to it sagging. There's actually like there's like a relief pole, actually like a structural relief pole in the middle specifically for snow. So in the wintertime, you can like put this pole in the middle and it like telescopes and it like holds it up. But there's never been enough weight on the roof where this pole has like needed to support anything, you know? It's like the same tension will stay on the pole all winter. So it's not like everything sags down with you know, 500 to 1,000 pounds of snow. But yeah, if you think it looks cheap, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the curtains are probably similar. I mean, these crossbars look a little small. It looks nice though. Or not cheap, rather. You say sturdy, but I mean, if your mom has a 5,000, there we go. This is actually closer to what we paid. Yeah, it was about, I think we paid $250 because the curtains were only 10 by 12. There we go. These gray outdoor canvas polyester curtains. That's super dope. I have learned that sometimes you can even get a little bit further just by, oh, what is that, 20% off? Oh, on garages. I was like, shit, you could get, you know, $400 off this. That's not bad. But yeah, that looks nice. But yeah, I get your sturdiness concern. I mean, it's going to be all aluminum, right? And aluminum is usually really strong up to a certain point. Where is everybody? Are we just going to leech on her this game and stealth the whole way there? I mean, your other option would be going and... There we go. That was a fast game. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. It was wood. I say, yeah, like your other option is building one. I'm not sure if you're a handyman at all, if you're a bit of the carpentry type, but yeah, you could always construct one by hand. Okay, Mr. Timo, we're going to be live for one more Alterac Valley Games. Is there anything I can help you with today? It means a lot that you're here, and I owe you one. Is there anything I can do for you in the next 6 to 7 minutes until we're done the next AV? You know, some people, if you want a wood one, you can go on even on Facebook Marketplace, right? And some people, I guess it depends on the size, right? But some people will build like 10 by 12, like, because you, by the way, what I'm saying, you can get flat deck trailers that are like up to 12 feet wide. Some people will build wood ones and they'll drive it to your property and they'll use a picker and they'll like pick it up and off their truck and put it in their back, eh? You're good just looking at gazebos? Hey, yeah, it's fun looking at this type of stuff. Oh, and then one thing you have to do inside the gazebo for your mom, you have to get the like outdoor Edison string lights. These can't go on Amazon because it leaks my address. Something like this. They look so beautiful on the inside. We have ours like around the inside perimeter. And it's a little bright, to all be honest, but we actually we like unscrewed every second bulb, like, you know, just like 1.5 turns so it doesn't get any power. And that's like, it's the cherry on the sundae. Oh, on sale too, 20 bucks. It's only 9 feet. I feel like we also bought these from Costco. Everything's better at Costco. We only got one strand. Like one strand, I think was... No, maybe there was 2 strands. Maybe they were like 24 feet each. Because if it's 10, it'd be 40 feet. Yeah, actually, we got 2 strands and they kind of like loop down a little bit too. That's right, that's right. Highly recommend. You'll be in your mom's good books forever, my friend. Renataki's Charm of the Beasts. Instantly clears the cooldowns of aim shot, multi-shot, volley, and arcane shot 3-minute cooldown. Where does that drop? Well, I mean, I actually also, obviously from ZG. Hey, if I'm not sure what skills and abilities you have, Mr. Timo, but I am looking for an editor. If you think that you can promote and grow my stream, you know, there is a paid opportunity. I'm not sure if that's your wheelhouse or not. I've talked to a few people before that haven't been exactly the right fit. But that is a goal. It's been is it still in my stream title? I do want to hire an editor. That's what I want to do. Pour gas on the fire, so to speak. Love is... Not your skill set. That's fine. Yeah, I think I've asked you that before. Not a problem. Not a problem. We've got some silly geese on the bridge. Distracting. What is this YouTube error? You do not currently have an active live stream on YouTube. Go live and we'll connect to your chat, blah, 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 blah. Ah, we're going to be offline in 5 minutes. It was good to get in a couple-hour stream on a Saturday. We don't actually stream Saturdays too often, but I wasn't here yesterday, so I felt like it'd be good to show up for a little bit. Might start doing some evening weekend streams. That's what I'm tossing around. You know, I like streaming in the morning during the week. Might try to go live like Friday and Saturday nights and see how that works, you know? All right. Last Vandar Storm Spike of the day. Come back, please. Did you reset? Ugh. Daft as hell, you know. Daft, that's like a British insult. Are you daft? there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the last Alterac Valley for the day. Seriously, thank you guys for showing up. It's good to see a couple people here on YouTube. The usual here is on Twitch. The usual here on Kick. Probably, if I'm live tomorrow, it'll be another short stream like today, another 2 or 3 hours. And then there's the Oilers versus the LA Kings game tomorrow. Actually, no, I got dinner. I've got plans with the in-laws tomorrow, so probably no stream. All by my lonesome. We will be here same time, same hour on Monday. And might I remind you, this is the last week of the Snowy Mountain Alterac Valley Honor Grind. We're going to do some Work With Me streams. We're going to do some Path of Exile streams. We're going to do some Tarkov ratting streams. But tonight, it's about outside and fire time. Thank you once again for being here. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Cheers. Okay, you too, Mr. Timo. Take care, man.